Here's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Today we've got what's always a hard-hitting battle in the NFC North, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the Green Bay Packers.
Two teams that have met at least twice a year since 1932. The Lions and Packers underway from Lambeau. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They're led onto the field by the former Cal Bear and the #1 overall pick in 2016, Jared Goff.
And at one point, the ascension of Jared Goff was really, really strong. Back-to-back Pro Bowls, took his team to the Super Bowl, and came really within one quarter of winning it. But since that time, he's had bouts of inconsistency, and that's been the struggle for him as he tries to get back to the form he showed earlier in his career.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It may be only a gain of 3 yards, but that back, he deserves a lot more credit on the play. That could have easily been stopped at the line, but his vision and his determination found some space to turn it into that modest gain.
Gone.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2. Now gone.
He gets this out wide to Gibbs.
And he is going to have a Lions first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
First down, Lions.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, sometimes as a running back, you've got to be able to improvise when the hole's not where you expect it to be. But in this case, there wasn't any improvisation that he could do that was going to work. Kind of like if you're trying to be a comedian on open mic night at the Improv and you run into a tough crowd.
Second down, and they go back to Gibbs.
Ooh, the juke. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
A gain of 21 yards. And the Lions first down.
You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
43 yards rushing for him already. A terrific opening drive on the ground, and it's a first down.
Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all this stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that will bring up second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
straight ahead with Gibbs here.
He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Can we just take that run and turn it into kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. They go jet sweep here with Williams. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Now Goff. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Lions turned away on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
6'4" Jordan Love taking the field for the first time. The 2020 first-round pick from Utah State set to lead Green Bay.
Now in his 3rd season as the guy in Green Bay, and he's thrown for at least 25 touchdowns in each of the last 2 years. He and his team believe they are due for a deep playoff run as long as he stays healthy and is piloting the offense.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10
from back at their own 10-yard line. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
First and 10.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
To throw now, here's Love. Pass caught, it's Romeo Doubs. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Packers! Romeo Doubs, 78 yards. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive.
And that drive all capped off with a Romeo Doubs touchdown.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
Rashawn Gary that time through the line and getting the tackle for loss.
That was a good illustration of setting the edge as a defensive end, being able to make sure that you stay on your feet no matter what type of block, and you're not going to get pushed inside. Stayed home, skated to the outside, and made the play.
Goff now to throw. He'll get that complete to the rookie from Arkansas.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On the keeper, here's Goff. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And when all you want to do is keep your drive going, the quarterback sneak's a great call, isn't it? Pick it up, get a new set of downs.
And on third down, usually you'd think fourth down quarterback sneak. There, though, it worked on third. Goff now looks to throw. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. Gone. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Xavier McKinney. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down. Now it's gone. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he's going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
St. Brown. A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Lions.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
There's Goff. Going underneath. Gibbs has it. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, make him make someone miss in the open field.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Lions with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Quick toss by Goff is complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid fourth down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10.
Running left, Montgomery.
Down inside the 40.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6.
To throw is gone. Going right side here, and that's complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 27-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
They'll bring the tight end in motion right.
Hand off now to Gibbs.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 10.
Here's Goff.
Finds Gibbs on a check down.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. He felt the pressure coming there. That was a good job of just making something out of nothing, so to speak.
Yeah, took the hit and still made the play. You know, when we talk about runners, all right, and on running plays, runs after contact, we call that getting dirty yards, tough, gritty ones. To me, that's like the version of a dirty pass. He knows he's going to get smacked, yet still delivers the football and picks up good yardage.
First down, Lions.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Goff.
This to Laporta, right side.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. Not only did they drop, it looked like an interception in the end zone. They blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. And he's got it. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
On 4th down, Goff. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit.
Jared Goff to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And the Lions take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Love looking to throw it.
That's complete to Dobbs.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Love from the gun.
Completes it again to Dobbs.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Love, they go play action now.
A short throw to Musgrave.
Will go down as a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
This 2nd and 4.
Love now. Buying time to his left. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
A 7-yard gain. That's another Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one, because they took away his arm, but he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
Now Love.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Working out of the gun. Love.
Brought in by Dobbs on the comeback route.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down and 4. play with Jacobs.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
A dime look defensively for the Lions on 3rd.
To pass, here's Jordan Love.
And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Matt LaFleur, some confidence in his offense. His guys going here on 4th down. They'll try and run the option.
And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6.
And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Little read option, the end result, the first down, so a good read.
And the way teams are running it nowadays, they've added variety to it. You know, the original way was you read the defensive end. If he crashes down, you pull it and you go. Now they may not even block that person, may end up reading the linebacker, may read the cornerback. Just depends on how they want to block it up. In any case, this worked well for them.
Here's Love.
This is incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Throwing. Love. And it's caught. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3rd and goal.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Matthew Golden there to make the grab. And the Packers have taken the lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Now McManus to tack on the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. And Jahmyr Gibbs and the Lions offense getting set once again. And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the second quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the air attack a little bit more?
I think so, because now you can throw play action off of being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with a run so far. Nate Hobbs there to bring him down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Here's Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Jack Fox now gets set to punt. Fielded just inside the 30. It's a 39-yard punt, 3 on the return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
Green Bay about set for another series. Here comes Romeo Doubs.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but he's shredding defenses, getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. To throw now, here's Love.
This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Short throw, he's got Kraft.
And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. So the completion good for 6 yards. And it's second down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Over the middle, he's got Golden.
A quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
And the throw and the catch were just fine, but against zone coverage when you run a drag route, what you're hoping for is he makes the catch and makes someone miss, and they don't there. Very difficult route to run when everyone has their eyes back towards the quarterback and they're able to see the route develop.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and then stop it, so on comes the field goal unit. This from 54 yards away. And that is no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
One of the few things that hasn't gone right in this first half. They had a chance there for late points, but this one winds up off the mark.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the Sunshine State and Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Scott, we thank you as always, and we'll see what happens here in the second half. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out with the victory. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And able to get this out to the 25. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Off the play fake, Love. Short throw, he's got Kraft. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
13 yards on the play. That's good for a Packers first down. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
That's a play that'll likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd down and 4. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Packers. Matthew Golden, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. McManus now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And the result, a Green Bay score. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Off-play action. Here's Goff.
Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
16 yards right off the bat with a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Looking middle, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down.
When you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had to read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
McGoff and Williams hooking up there for a Lions first.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
From the 35, here's second down and 1.
In motion goes the tight end. Gone.
A short pass here taken in by Laporta. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16.
19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
On the jet sweep, here comes Williams. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, here's Goff. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
On fourth down, on is Jake Bates for the Lions field goal.
From the right hash, this from 33.
Bates' kick is good.
And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11.
So the response to that touchdown on the other side to begin the third quarter. Look, just 3 points, but still a response nonetheless.
You're exactly right about that, because I think you needed to answer back with something, even though it's not 6. Just enough to send the message that says, hey, we're not going away.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
But if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it, because you're running away from people on it.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7. On play action, love to throw. Looking deep here for Dobbs. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
On now is the Packers punter. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Pulled in at the 24. There'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So here come the Lions now. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 78 yards for him on the ground.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Now Goff. A little short pass here taken in by Laporta. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it's 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here now, 2nd and 4. Gibbs straight ahead. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, you know they had a 3rd down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
Consecutive positive runs for him on the last 2 snaps. He certainly appears to be trying to put the offense on his back and just move them down the field when his number is called. The way he's running it, I'd keep going back to him.
And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4. Goff now looking to throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs.
And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing middle, and it's complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action, and take your shot at the end zone.
To throw is gone. Throw left side complete. That's Gibbs. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. So the completion good for just 3. And now 2 yards to go on third down. Goff throwing again. And that will be incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up fourth down here.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. From 13 yards out.
And the Lions are able to get a score back in the final stages of this third quarter.
They took a pretty big risk right there going for it on fourth down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, fourth down, they went for it.
Goff looking to throw. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal.
Lions 18.
Well, I guess the coach looked at the 2-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a 3-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a 2-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Taken down on the play by Aiden Hutchinson.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Love looking to throw it. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The Packers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, 1-score game. 1st and 10 here.
Goff now to throw.
This one swung out to Montgomery.
Just a gain of a couple there. And it'll be 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd down and 8.
Goff now looks to throw.
A short pass here taken in by Laporta.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. And they're making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he is going to have the Lions first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Now it's gone. Going underneath, Gibbs has it.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that will bring up 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 45-yard line.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. They'll let this go deep for St. Brown.
Touchdown, Detroit! Jared Goff with his 3rd touchdown pass of the afternoon.
And the Lions use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the 4th quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown for the Lions. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Packers offense and quarterback Jordan Love heading back out onto the field. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Now, the bad news for them, they've seen that cushion they once had totally evaporate, and they're working from behind. The good news, they now have the opportunity to regain the lead right back.
So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down.
To pass, here's Jordan Love. That's taken in, Dontavian Wicks.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 41.
Love now. That's to Golden. He's got it right side.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, second and 6. Play fake. Here's Love. Throw right side, hauled in by Dobbs.
And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
In motion, the tight end. They will throw again here with Jordan Love. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 22-yard line.
First down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And they're knocking on the door now. There's a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation.
At the 6-yard line.
Second down and 6 now. Now Love. Slant route, he's got Dobbs. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
And I think he just wanted to get the ball to one of his playmakers to see if they can make something happen, but he ends up throwing into a crowded area. And after the catch, he isn't able to do much with it.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. To throw now, here's Love. Now they go screen, it's complete. That's a Packers touchdown. Josh Jacobs from 3 yards out. And the Packers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead. But plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here, and they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Packers.
So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it ends with a Packers touchdown. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Lions offense and Jahmyr Gibbs headed back onto the field. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Goff. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Now Goff. Now they set up the screen. That's complete.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Another big play in a game that's had plenty of them. 4th and 2.
Goff. And he's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 4th down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now Goff.
Right side to Williams.
They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
At the 49-yard line.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Goff now to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Intended for Isaac to Small. Incomplete. Keyshawn Nixon on the coverage.
The Lambeau faithful making as much noise as they can. It's 3rd down.
Now it's Goff.
A little short pass here taken in by Laporta.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts.
First down, Detroit.
As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Two timeouts still available in this final minute. It's 1st and 10 now.
Back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts.
It's a pickup of 6.
And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
30-yard line.
Now 2nd and 4.
He's back to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Here's 1st down.
They'll look to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Another try from the 19, 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw.
Over the middle and taken in by Laporta.
An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
One last throw here for Goff. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line.
Partner, what a finish to this one. I mean, this offense, they had it down there inside the red zone, but ultimately couldn't execute that final snap to find the end zone.
Yeah, and they're going to walk away from this one, and you know what's going to go through their heads the entire time until they get to play again. If we could only have that final snap to do over one more time, maybe with a different play call.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.